Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to RoadCraft, what is live stream number 22, as we continue our journey through the game. Good morning. I hope your week is going well. We're back today for 3.5 hours as we continue on from Tuesday morning stream. Now, Tuesday morning we started a new map. We had a vote after finishing the Sandstrewn. I can't remember what the map was called now. The Sand map on Sunday. We had a vote Monday night to decide what map we started, and on Tuesday morning we started the Deluge map. And what a start it was. We spent a lot of time prepping the roads just so we could actually move around. That was one big issue we had. And then we actually did complete a mission or two, but not many, to be honest. We got a few bridges up and running, which is a big thing as well, though. So a lot of the prep work's been done, so we can enable us to move around a lot easier. So hopefully today we can get a lot of stuff done because of all that prep work that we did in the previous stream. That's the hope anyway. We shall see how that works today. But we've got 3.5 hours to see how much more we can do on Deluge. And this is the last RoadCraft stream this week. So hopefully we can get quite a bit done. That is the hope and the plan anyway. Thank you for the like, well, it was much appreciated. There we go. Alright, just going to do my normal bits and pieces. And then we shall crack on. But yeah, hopefully we can get... there's no way we're getting the map completed today. We're 73 hours in, and we've done 5 of the 8 maps. You can kind of see how long this is going to take in total to complete. And that's not, and that's without looking at trophies, you know. We don't even know if platinum is possible. There is a chance it is, and that's something we've got to think about in due course. But there is no rush to think about that, to be fair. Right, I'm all done, all my bits and pieces. Let's continue on. So, Deluge, Crazy Irishman, good morning, how are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. Tired, had a really bad night, but other than that, I'm not too bad. We're 7% done on Deluge. 3 of 28 objectives and 0 side objectives. We ignore the infrastructure. They get done as and when we can. We do them anyway, so it doesn't matter so much. You can see the bottom part of the map that we've already opened up. And I will say, we're on the first third of the actual map mission, essentially. So there's still a long way to go. We did gain a new scout vehicle in the last stream as well, which is interesting. That's something we can utilise, hopefully, as it seems to do better in water due to its heightened exhaust. But let's crack on and get inside and see what we could need to do first and foremost. So 3 missions out of 28 done, 25 to go plus side. And we'll get hopefully a decent amount done today. I know there's some roads to build. I don't know I can't remember what else there is now, to be fair, without looking. Found out the meaning of sojourn. I don't think you want to know. Oh, really? I was told it was sand, but I don't know for definite. Someone said to me they've done sojourn, and it's a sand-based map, but I could be wrong. Right, we're going to start with the mission we were in the middle of, figure out the reason for the blackout. We've already done one part of it, which was to go and figure out what happened, which we saw. It was because one of the pylons had been knocked over had gone over in the Deluge, essentially. So that was the mission. In fact, is that where we are now? It is. There we go. That was the location we needed to reach for the first part of this mission. We've now got 2 more parts of this mission to do. We need to pick up 2 bits from the machine yard and deliver them to, I don't know where. Where are we delivering these? We deliver them to the transformer station, which actually isn't too bad considering we've already done a bridge. So, I suppose it's time for the mule. We didn't use the mule at all in the previous stream, mainly because there wasn't any missions for it to do. But today there is. So let's start off getting the mule out. We'll use Countryside Base. It may find that this may be too big for the mule. I don't know. We won't know until we're there, really, to be fair. But the mule is getting its first taste of the Deluge map. And we'll see how we go. We can get out this way, I think. So we'll go straight ahead of us. We've not long been opened up this area, so actually still trying to get the grips of where things are, to be fair. The rain is coming down heavy as always. The French word, something temporary, dealing with something on the fly. Oh, really? Okay. Temporary or doing something on the fly. So how does that relate to the map itself then? Temporary. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely wondering now. We've got lots to do before we're even contemplating Sojourn though as a map. I don't know when the DLC released either. I know there's lots of modded maps as well. People have made their own maps for this. I don't know whether that's something we want to look at once we've done all the actual game maps. Or if we look at some of these modded maps and give them a go, I don't know. Something we need to think about closer to the time, I think. Right, it's a brand new bridge we built. Nice and simple. If these are both fit in the back in one go, this will be quite a nice, easy starter mission for us for today. If they don't all fit in the back, then we'll have to make 2 journeys. I'd always rather make 2 journeys than have to take a crane, that's the thing. Come on. Just like that hill. That hill's a bit of a struggle for this, the mule.
It's a minor miracle the machine yard is still standing.
We're going to fit them all both in one.
There'd be a crater instead. Yep, here it is. And it just needs some dust brushed off. I can hardly believe my eyes.
Which is amazing, this place is still standing. Yeah, we should be able to take both of these in one go, which saves us a massive amount of time, to be fair. We'll do a big one first. There you go. Put it that way. So I'll make sure we have got room for the other one, that's the thing. Which I think we have. I think this will be a nice easy start mission for today, to be fair. This seems really simple. Which is always a good thing, to be fair. Keep pressing the horn because I'm not holding L down enough. There we go. That's in. That is in. Anchors, cargo strapped. We are ready to deliver this and get this mission complete. I mean, if we can get this done this quickly, this will be a really nice start to the day. Compared to the first stream of Deluge on Tuesday, where we struggled massively, because there was so much we needed to do just to prep the road so we can manoeuvre anywhere. This may be pretty good. Why is there like an earthquake out of nowhere? Like, oh, okay. Let's say we've already had an earthquake, haven't we? So far, every map has had a completely different reason, so we've already had an earthquake before. I'd be surprised if it's an earthquake again, to be fair. Hurricane, maybe, would make more sense. As I say, every map generally has a different reason. Right, where are we going? We need to head north, essentially, don't we? But we need to get onto this main road here, which the long way round is to go towards our base of operations there, and then head round. Is there a shorter route that isn't going to be silly? Potentially here, to be fair. Obviously, I don't want to do anything silly that's going to get us stuck. But potentially there is a shorter route here. Let's see if the mule can manage it. The mule is struggling a little bit with power, I would say. Some of the hills already I've noticed it is struggling a little bit on, which is unusual for the mule. I don't know why suddenly that's an issue, because it wasn't before. Are we going to regret trying to take a shortcut? Hopefully not. Straight ahead. Can't see. I think it's there. So I couldn't quite see the markings where it was actually meant to be driving. It is this way. That wasn't too bad as a shortcut, to be fair. A little bit slippery in places, but wasn't too bad. Right, so from here we want to be heading. Obviously, we've still got a lot more to discover on this map yet. We're going to go to the right, left at the roundabout, and then up there. We still haven't sold a single item either yet. So that's something we need to do at some point. And just because we should really at some point, I suppose, sell something. You like the new scout vehicle. And obviously it's going to be useful in water, isn't it? That's the thing. Right, first left at the roundabout. Follow this up and round, and then it's a right-hand turn. It's always nice when you start the stream off with a nice mission completion very early on, and I think we're going to get that. These are some steep roads. Look at this for steepness. And it's still going up. I can see why the mule is a little bit struggling for the first time, showing its lack of power, really. Which is a surprise for the mule. But we are just about there. Are they both going in the same place? I think they are, aren't they? Can I don't know if I need to, do I need to... Hang on. There we go, mission complete. I didn't know if I needed to put them down or not. That's the bit I wasn't sure of. That is mission complete, though.
You know, on the upside, this area is rich in resources we can use. If you can gather up some wood and steel at the machine yard, we can put them to good use. We can send some resources upstream, too. There's a dam in the next region that could use our donations. All you need to do is plot a course from the machine yard to the eastern tunnel.
Okay. First mission of the day done. At some point we need to get power to there by the looks of things. Right, next. Okay, we've got several different things on the go here. Rocket boosters, we're going to have to hope we can find them as we go around. Repair damage from the piping system failure. Right, so what are we going to do here? We've got to reach location. We need to just reach that location. We need to replace 2 pipes on this here. Uh-oh. One's there. Where's the second? 1 pipe needs replacing there. And I'm not seeing the second, to be fair. There's 2 to replace. it can't be this way. Normally they're near each other. Oh, it might be there actually. Wow, okay. So 2 pipes to replace. We're going to need to make pipes for that one. But that is the next mission if we just go head down. And there is also build a road as well. Build a road there. Okay. How far away is that from? This countryside base is closer there. Okay. I'm trying to think what we should do first and foremost. That's the thing. The first thing on this one is to just get somewhere. So where are we getting to? We're just going to reach location. It just seems weird we've got to get to there, doesn't it? That's a tree vehicle. Oh, it's because we got bring resources to the zone. To be fair, if we just need to get there, we're trying to do 2 missions at once here. Our tree vehicle, the crayfish, we can drive that from where it is now, which is here, round to here. So that location's done. And then we can gather the resources for here. Because we need to put 7 logs in one of those places there. And there's a lot of logs we can take from just the edge here. So I think we're trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone effectively, is my thinking. So, crayfish. I love this vehicle as well, to be fair. This was one of the best buys we've made so far, I think. Steel beams we need to make. We haven't done any recycling as of yet. I think that's something we have to look at shortly. But we'll head to the bridge, go across, go to that zone that it's wanting us to go to, and then we'll quickly do these 7 logs while we've got the crayfish out and about. We're trying to do more than 1 mission all at the same time kind of thing, I think. I'm assuming the mission we just completed, so it's moved on to this one. I think it's all part of the same thing. So once we've done the resources to where the zones in the workyard, we'll then have to follow a route to the actual tunnel, I believe. And it's all part of the same mission line, essentially. Right, has it got the oomph to go up the hill? It has indeed. Okay, we've got a pretty changed mission. Mainly because we want the other one on. Reach location. Let's just put that one on for a minute. It just seems a bit weird, it wants us just to reach that location, but there we go. Let's just get there, so it's done. And then we'll swap back to the 7 logs and get those done while we've got the crayfish here. There we go. Nothing special here, is there really? Ah, there is something special. There's some pipes. That's really handy. So there's 4 pipes there that we can use. We need 2 straight away to replace the 2 pipes. So that's actually really handy to have. I do think we need a big crane for the pipes, looking at the location they've got to go to. But we'll deal with that in due course. We need to remember there are pipes sitting there then. That's the thing we need to remember. Because that would be quite easy to forget that's where they are. Well, no wonder it wanted us to go there then. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Where's this other mission? That one. No, they look brand new. Yeah, look, they look absolutely brand new. Four brand new pipes. We have already got 1 bit of concrete because we found it laying around. Yeah, they look absolutely fine. That's how we've got concrete in storage. We found it laying around and put it in storage. So you can find these things around. You don't, not necessarily. They don't have to necessarily be all made. You can find them as well. So we just need to remember it's there. So we'll quickly do these logs, and then we'll do those pipes as well. Right, give me some trees. Need to find out which zone is for logs, because there's two different things we need to put here. Which one is logs? That's the log one. Okay. We are doing several different missions all at the same time, but just because it made sense at the time to actually do more than one thing at a time. But yeah, it looks like they're perfect to use. So our logs are going into there. That's one. It counts even though it's not perfectly in, it still counts. When you see these piles of logs around, I always wonder if they would count, if you can pick them up. But I think they're all solid rather than logs that we've picked up, I think. Might just go and knock a few over and see if they count. I like the fact it looks like there's more there. I couldn't believe how many. All the logs that needs. Yeah, that's going to be a big one to do, isn't it? It's like these logs here. I'm guessing they can't be picked up. I'm guessing they don't move. It doesn't seem like they move, does it? Because imagine just grabbing those and using them straight away. That'd be a bonus, wouldn't it? Yeah, no good. Well, although saying that, them pipes don't flash. There's a lot of stumps here to be aware of as well as we're trying to get these 7. Yeah, because the pumps up the brand new pipes aren't recyclable. They don't flash. But that makes sense that it wants us to. I just think it was weird. It said go to zone in the workyard. And you think, well, that's a bit weird. But actually, it makes sense now. But yeah, I think we're going to need a big crane for that. I don't think the mule will be high enough to put those in place. I don't think. Right, number 2. Yeah, I think we're going to be doing a lot of logging on this map, it seems. We've got the dam that needs 20 logs or something silly, doesn't it? So it does seem like we're going to be doing a lot of logging, which I don't mind. The crayfish is amazing, so I've got no issue with that whatsoever. It is tipping it down though. But watch out, there's so many tree stumps here from when they've cut some down themselves. But we'll get there. We can only go the speed that we can go at this point. We can't speed anything up. Too far. Number 3, 4 more required. I say we'll get to the steel beams in a little bit. We just obviously got to get the materials over there to be recycled anyway. I don't actually. Where is the steel beam factory? Oh, it's actually next door. There we go. But again, we've got to get a load of stuff over there to be recycled, I think. Let's have a look at materials. There's a few things there can be recycled, to be fair. And 3 steel beams from there isn't that many, is it? I think we might get this mission finished first. Just because it doesn't seem there's that much we need to get done. I've already started the mission. We did the first part. We may as well finish it off fully, I think, before we move on. I was thinking there was going to be nothing really over there, or it was miles away, but actually it's not too bad. Could do with a stump grinder here, to be fair, just to make our lives a little bit easier, but it's driving it all the way here. But yeah, I'm not too sure how we're going to do that big order, other than just keep going over that side of the map. I don't understand why it does that with some trees. I think they must really be top heavy. Just doesn't like picking them up. No matter how much I try and get the boom to go up. Come on. It won't lift this up, which means driving is a nightmare. I need to try and get it to the side, just so I can drive, really. There we go. Every now and then with the odd tree it does this. It's like it is just too top heavy. It is a bit weird when it does it. I don't know how to process this. Because normally around the front, but I can't move it. Okay, let's just process it and see what happens. It is going to process it in the complete wrong place, isn't it? Yeah. I might be able to nudge it forward. The thing is, the actual cutting part doesn't reach the floor when you manually control it. I know it was then as it was. Don't do that. I just want to nudge you forward. Yeah, it doesn't actually reach the floor, so you can't use it to nudge anything. That's as low as it goes, I think. Yeah. So you can't even use a nudge. So we can nudge it in, at least it counts, otherwise it's just a waste, isn't it? But yeah, the odd tree does that for some reason. We're nearly there. Come on. Nearly there. I don't want it to be a waste and just sit there, that's the thing. Come on. Nearly there. with a crane grabber. You often use, oh, that crane was horrendous. I thought it'd be really good, and no, not a fan of that log carrier. I'd rather use the one with the teeth. And that's a new upgraded one as well, isn't it? That's the thing. Right, another push or two, and I think this will go in and count. Why is it not counting? Come on. There we go. 4. It counts. Took a minute to get it in, but it's in. Right. We need 3 more trees. And then we'll do the steel beams. We'll have to get a crane over here. I don't know if we need a truck over here as well, to be fair. Hopefully no more issues like that. It can hold them all up. But it's weird when it does that. Well, yeah, this is a similar tree to what we just did, and yet it's holding up absolutely fine. Okay, process the tree, and as I say, we then need 2 more, and then steel beams. Thanks for the like, for the was much appreciated. It also says when you're using this, you need to put the boom back in the centre for the trees to actually register that they can be cut. Something else I found of it. It's already out extended. A lot of the time you just get the red cut, which you can't do anything until it changes to green. Alright, trees this way. One to our left. And then one more, and then we need to get a crane over. I don't know if we need a crane and... Like, do we want a mule so it can carry? Probably the mule, because then we can just get the 3 beams loaded in over in one shot. Although normally we just stick one of the smaller cranes in a yard and leave it there, don't we, and use that. You had no issues with the log carrier and using the crane. Oh, really? Yeah, you know me and cranes, I struggle with cranes the best of times. If I'm you hate that, yeah, log crane on that was bad. I'm just not, I don't know what it is, but I just struggle with cranes in general, I think. Right, penultimate tree for this mission. We need 1 more after this, or logs, I should say. And the crayfish can go and wait its turn for its next job. This was definitely a good buy, though. I do like the crayfish. Yeah, once the beams are done, I bet we've got to then send out a convoy, which could be interesting. Any trees for me? Trees. Glorious trees. There it is. Last one. I think if we need more trees from this area in the future, I think a stump grinder first may be helpful. just because it makes life a little bit easier. You're not trying to dodge all the stumps all the time. You're old now if you can buy the tree cut. Like I say, I think this is an incredible piece of kit. Out of all the ones we've used so far, this one is by far the best. There we go. That is the logs now done. I'm just going to park this up. Obviously don't want it in the way anywhere. I'll do. Okay, so now we need something with a crane. I'm thinking the second mule we've got, to be fair. I feel like I'm getting emails coming from my watch, it's annoying me. Yeah, second mule I think would be helpful. Because we need to deliver the free lots with the free steel beams afterwards. After we've made them, we may as well have a vehicle that can do it all in one go, which this can do so. We haven't got far to drive to get it there either. The only thing we did find was the exit out of here can be a bit dodgy. That's a stump, isn't it? Yeah. We nosedived when we came out of here before, so I'll try a different way out. There we go. Right, beams, and that's it. And that's mission complete. Although it won't be, I think, because as I say, I think this is a multi-part mission, because there'll be a route to do as well, I think. Because you've got to think, it says gather resources, send them to the tunnel. It's all part of one mission, so there'll be another part for this. But we won't have to do anything other than set the route, which is a little bit of a concern. Because it depends where it's going. But hopefully it goes well. Right, we want to pick some metal up first if we can. We'll go this way first. Oh, I say pick some metal up first. That's a nice piece of metal. That's a heavy piece of metal. By the looks of it. What am I doing? There we go. I tried to pull it a little bit. It really was all I wanted to do. I didn't want it falling out. Was my issue. Cannot secure like cargo because it's rocking. There we go. Yeah, nice piece of metal. We got low gear to get up the hill. But you know, you were saying at different places, so I can't remember who you were. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. It's one of those. I know they've got to be honest in their assessment of what happened, but you kind of don't want to. You also don't want to damage the memory of the player, if that makes sense. Not that I'm condoning him driving too quickly. You know, that's on him, but you know, he's passed away. I think you don't need to vilify him too much. He was in a Lamborghini after all, to be fair. But yeah, it's the big thing with that is more the loss of life, though, isn't it? You know, he was 28, just recently married. Ah, look, there's another concrete slab. So that's one we can put in our storage if we need to, and that would be useful. So that's 2 concrete slabs essentially. We're finding resources that we don't have to make around, to be fair. What's the bet? And I do what we need to do here to make these beams, and then we find some more laying around somewhere. This is why we should be checking everywhere, I think. I've only got one. What attachment point am I doing here? That's single. That's more. These are only one attachment point, it seems. Yeah, that's another concrete slab, so we need to remember there's one there as well. This is why I put the other one we found in storage, so we didn't have to worry about where it was. Because remembering where these are, I will forget, that's the thing. Is it going to stay in? It will. Perfect. Right. That's a decent heavy load. Remember, we only need 3 beams, but any more is a bonus. Where's recycling? Is that's the recycle point there? There we go. How many does that make us? That's 4 beams it makes us. We only need 3. So that's the 3 beams out. We're going to chuck them in the back of this and get them delivered. That's mission, well, not mission complete, as I say. I think there'll be a bit more to it. Oh look, there's 2 beams just there that was already made. I was saying I wonder if there's any beams already made. There is, look, there's 2 there. Just there. Well, we've already got what we need for what we need, so that will give us 3 extras for anything else. I think it might be obvious because this is... Yeah, I know. They've got to determine what happened, that's the thing. Which I understand completely, but at the same time you can't disperse someone's memory, can you? You know, the family are going for enough. Cargo straps. Ah, okay, we can't restore crane as it was blocked, but that's okay. Right, let's go and hand in the beams. And at least we know we've got 3 left we can still make when needed. Let's just try and remember where we're finding all these different resources that we can use. That's the thing. Right, beams delivery point was... Not there, this one over here, wasn't it? This one here. As I say, I think this will be part of the mission, and then there'll be one more thing to do. I also think in some ways though, because he's driving a fast car, you know, they just assume that he'll be using it to go quick, which isn't always the case. That is mission complete. Now we just need to do the route. We knew this was coming. for this mission. We've done the resources, we've done everything else. We now just need to plot this route. So we're going from the machine yard to the eastern tunnel. Wow, okay, this is going to be tricky. Mainly because we had to do all this work to get this route to work here. I guarantee it's going to get stuck. Here. Although we do need to build a road here. And I was talking about building a road as well. Do we build the road first before we send this out? Because it will get stuck. Potentially round here. Although maybe we can get it to come across. I think we send it out and see what happens. If it fails, we need to build the road. I think is probably the right thing to do. Right, so we're starting there. My concern is it's going to get stuck in that muddy area. Potentially there. And then obviously we had to make all this work for ourselves. And again, this is all places it can get stuck. It's fine for us driving it because obviously we can more control. When the AI is doing a route that you've made yourself, it's not always the best. We shall see how the AI does. But yeah, we definitely, there's a road to build anyway here. We know that's going to be done. And we were talking about it anyway because of how bad this area is here with mud. We'll try and go a little bit off-road here. See if we can avoid a lot of the mud. Why are we handing this in? Okay. I don't know if it's going to work. If it does, brilliant. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll come back to it and fix it. This was the next mission, wasn't it? Repair the damage. Have I already messed up? I think I have. They crashed into them things in the middle there. How did I... Yeah, I didn't even look. That's why. I did not even look. When they come out, they're going to come out there, but I need them to come that way. Dispatch. I didn't even see the middle bit when I put the route down, to be honest. That should be okay, though. Yeah. AI drivers tend to crash right at the start for some reason. Okay, replace 2 pipes. So we know there's one there to be done. That looks quite high up, but we don't know how high up for sure. And the other one is right up here as well. We have got the mule, but I don't know if it can reach. What we'll do, though, because the mule's already in position. In fact, we're already in the mule. We'll go and pick the pipes up now. And we'll drive to the location to see what it's like. If we need a bigger crane, we can then, at least the pipes will be in the locations needed. But I've got a feeling we may need a bigger crane. Oh yeah, place a marker. I never do. I know I should. But I never place markers. I don't know why. It will definitely help. Right, let's grab these pipes. We only need 2 of them, to be fair. I will place markers in a second. Right, it's one, although it's not perfectly. There you go, a little bit that way. There we go. The other one's rolled across. We've already put in. Is that in? That is in. That is perfect. Right, it failed, the route failed. Let's have a look where it failed for a start. Oh, it fell off the it fell off the bridge. Okay, we'll just move that across a little bit. Too much speed is what I'd say. I wasn't worried about the falling off the bridge there, to be fair. I was worried about further on. Right, pipes. So one is over here. And then the other one is up here. Okay, and we're here. I think we go for this one first, to be fair. So we need to come out of here. We need to... Hang on, we're over here, aren't we? Over the bridge. Shortcut through to the construction depot. And then up where we were, near where we were before, where we delivered the other items, to be fair. In fact, actually, before we make that journey and figure out we can't do it, I've got another plan. We already have a mule nearby. Let's go and see if the crane will reach. And then we know if it will or won't in advance. Lots of lovely trees in this area, though. If it weren't for, obviously, the Deluge, it should be a really nice place to be. Right, I just want to see if the crane will reach. Brilliant. If it doesn't, we need a bigger crane. I think the crane will reach, to be fair. Yeah, that crane will reach. Yeah, okay. Now we know the crane will reach just by looking at it. We know we're fine to bring it here. I just wanted to double check before we come all this way. And then learn actually we need a bigger crane as well. Right, we need to, there's two more to use there when we need them. Swing this around. I should really highlight the mission, but because the route's on its way, I'm leaving that one going in a minute. The second pipe is going to still be a bit awkward as well, I think. So we're going to go across some water first to get to it. Route failed. Where did it fail? Ah, okay, that's not too bad. I don't mind that. Because we were shortcutting across here. Because we haven't built the road yet. Over the tree. Perfect. That route's going to finish. That will be mission complete then. We may still have issues with other vehicles that going afterwards to get more awards from that route, but that route has near enough worked. So I'm pleasantly surprised. We had two issues, and both of those really were AI issues rather than route issues. That wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. I expected a lot worse, to be fair. Also means that our, there we go, objective complete. Our bridges and stuff that we made to get across that area where it's all so many bits stopping you going anywhere and so many holes actually works. Right, we need to track this mission in a second. Okay, right and then left. left at the roundabout. Once we get there, I'll track the mission so we know which one we're on. Latest round, next right-hand turn. We've still got a lot more of the map to discover as well, around further north. We've not looked at any of that part of the map yet. I could have removed the old pipe while we was there with the mule, couldn't I? Really, I suppose I should have done that. No, it wasn't this turning. We wanted to carry on. That's where we were originally for the old mission. We wanted to carry on. Right. First part of this mission. Oh, yeah, definitely stop there. Let's get a bit closer though. That is very close to the edge. Right, mission wise, we just need to put this on. It's this one here. We do need to build a road afterwards. We have got a couple of roads to build, to be fair. Bye. Okay, let's get this in place. That is done. Okay, I can take that marker off now. That is one done. One to go. So we need to come down, back down the road we came from. And then, how do we get to there? Hence building the road, maybe. It actually wants to build the road the exact way we're going, annoyingly. Which means that might be awkward to navigate. Or we can actually get... Can we get down here? I think we can get down here and avoid most of that. Ooh, okay. I think there is a way of avoiding all that water. I think there's a way down that avoids it. And still gets us to where we need to go. But then the next job after this is a road. Although what I might do is do a different road first. Mainly because their vehicles are closer to... Well, it's easier to do a different road first. I know it means we're doing different missions all over the place. Hang on. There we go. But it's just trying to do it so the vehicles aren't going to be having to move long distances, is my thinking. Okay. So we should have now come out on the main road. We've avoided all the water to the left hand side here, which is why it needs to be a road there. And now we can see if we're tall enough to do this one. That route is working perfectly. I don't know how it's working perfectly, but it is. Right, keep a lookout for any new resources we can grab, because we are finding them around here. Well, we need to go all the way around this. And then we've got an island hop to actually get to where we're going. Which is what concerns me, makes me think maybe we won't be able to reach, but I don't know. Just don't know yet. Oh, that's a bit of a puddle. I wasn't expecting. May have to go round the long way because we're not going to make it across that. Yeah, that's. I didn't notice that on the map. I should have noticed that, to be fair. We're only here to deliver a pipe. I suppose maybe in the future we may need to add a bridge in there then, depending if we need to use that or not. Oh, there's another awkward bit. Have I got to go further round to get to where I think I do? I think I've got to go all the way up here to get round. We get all the way there when we can't reach, and then we're going to get another crane all the way here. That is going to be annoying. Right, these are like thin bridges as well. Not the wide bridges that we normally make for ourselves. This map is definitely throwing up a few surprises. No! Ah! Stalled it. That's what I was trying so hard not to do, but okay. The only option we've got really is to bring a bigger crane. There is a chance we need one anyway for that, because it's high up. Yeah. That wasn't what I was hoping would happen. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. I'm trying to think how we're going to get a bigger crane there though, because I'm not going to be able to get it through that, I don't think. Right, let's grab the bigger crane and see what we can do. That's annoying. I thought we were on course to check it all out and not have to worry, but these things happen. Is that already out and about? Where is that then? Oh, it's out the other base, isn't it? That's why. Okay. Oh no, it's actually at the right base. It's already here. There we go. Oh, it was after we cleared the area, wasn't it? That's why it's here. We want to head left. Yeah, we use this for clearing the area to actually get the base up and running. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. I don't think I deserve a like after falling off the bridge, to be fair. Right, we need to work out how we're going to get there. There is a kind of route over here, but it kind of stops here. Again, probably that's going to be too awkward down there. It kind of drops down too much. Potential route through the trees. Let's try this to avoid this. Although I think we probably could drive through that, in all honesty. I don't think it looks that bad. But obviously it wants the road rebuilt to make it better. Let's see if we can drive through it. This then has to go across some thin bridges as well as pick the mule up. See if we can drive through. But their welcome sign. Welcome to Sandwing. Right here. So yeah, we need a bit of bridge here, road here. I'm hoping it's not that deep. No, it's not that deep at all, but they still want a new road built. We avoided that with the mule, thinking it was going to be awkward to navigate, but actually could have just drove through it. Okay, we now know we can't go the shorter route, we've got to go all the way round, as we found out with all the holes. We need to look at side missions as well at some point. We've not really looked at those currently. Focus on the main missions instead. Right, this is the first bridge. We made this across with the mule quite easily. The second bridge is what we came off. Right, nice and steady. It's just not very wide. I think I got my turning wrong here. I think that was half the issue. Right, I think we try and lift him up now, potentially. There's no guarantee we need this crane for the pipe. We just don't know just yet. I want to make sure we're not tipping over. Right, the mule is back on dry land. Well, on land. I do want it to turn if we can. Come on. Well, let's turn to the right so we can actually make the turning. Right, there we go. Right, the mule is back up and running. I'm going to try and make this again now. Again, we don't know if the crane is needed, but at least it's now here if it is needed. No, no, no. Seriously. So we've now fallen the other side of the hole. We've done the left-hand side of the bridge, and now we've done the other side, just for good measure. I can't believe we just did that. Up you come. Try again. I wonder how many times you can get a bridge wrong before you know you shouldn't drive that bridge anymore. Right. I want to spin this if I can. Obviously we need to make the bridge as well. I wanted to spin it. Right, let's try again. Third time lucky to make a bridge, shall we? Straighten it up, nice and simple, nice and gently. The only downside is if the big crane has to go across and we don't make it, we're not going to be able to get it out. Right, there's the pipe we're going to go to over there. I believe we've got an island hop to get there. Hang on. And to do that, we need to head underneath here, I think, and then across. I don't even know if we can make that, to be fair. Okay, that's weird. Obviously it's doable, but how? We can't get through there. Obviously we can come across here. This is going to be a little bit awkward, isn't it? The water looks extremely deep and not passable, to be fair. That's a massive great hole as well. Could the big crane reach from this side without us having an island hop? That's the only thing I can think of. There's no way this can reach. I thought island hopping seemed to be the way to go, but actually I don't know if it is. I can't even see the big crane reaching that though. Which one is it? It's that one there. Yeah, I can't even see the big crane reaching that. Oh, unless, hang on, I've just seen something here. I still don't know if this crane can reach it, to be honest. But is that a pathway down here? Is this edge shallow enough to go along? Maybe. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Doesn't look like it's shallow though. That's not shallow. I mean, that's in trouble. Even low gear, I'm not getting out of that, am I? No. Actually, no. We'll get the big crane to put us out, I think. I'm not sure how we get that done from here, to be completely honest. Let's get the big crane across, save ourselves again, figure it out. Right, we cannot afford for this to fall off. If this falls off, we're in trouble. There's no way we're making that from that. Let's straighten up first. I'm trying to be as straight as possible. Actually, crane camera might help here. I so don't want to fall off. Right, we're good, we're gravy. We are gravy. Right, let's go and save the mule again and then figure out how we're going to make this pipe work. Always saving the mule, aren't we? Right, the mule is back on dry land and on all four wheels. How are we reaching that there is the question. And we definitely... we can get across there. There's a massive hole there though. Potentially could come down here. I don't think that's shallow enough to cross. The aim, we've got to get to here roughly, I think. If we want to, even then, we've got to get across to there, surely. It looks like there's a shallow part here that's potentially crossable. There's a debris down there. And this is the next one to go and do, isn't it? That's the thing. It's not like we need to wait for this to be pumped out. This needs doing to have that happen. Because that, without that pipe, it won't drain. So there must be a way across. Obviously that doesn't help there. So the only thinking from there would be to gently go down here, maybe. There's a fence there that stops it from going that way. But yeah, you can't even ride the pipes, I don't think. Well, we've always got the big crane to save us. We've just got to figure this out. I just don't know what the best route is. We're not making it through that. Which means the only other way is up here and down. And even then I still don't like the idea of crossing that water. The only way to do this would be to build bridges. And I know that's a lot of effort, but I can't see another way of doing it. We'd have to build a bridge there and a bridge over there. Potentially. That seems to be the only way of doing this. That is going to be a lot of effort to get all the way here, though. We load the wood onto a carrier. Can we get down without a bridge? That's my question. If we can, that's one less. Although we're still needed to get across for anything else. Just can't. I don't want this to land on its head. And it is possible it's about to. Right, we're okay, we're down. Now, is it crossable or do we need a bridge? Because on the map it looked doable. Currently I don't think it is. But then it's more this way though, isn't it? I think is more doable than where we are now. Right, slowly, and just see. If it's not, we'll have to do a bridge. I don't see another way. Yeah, there's no way. That's bridge material, isn't it? Right. Well, Mark, good morning, how are you? At least the pipe is here, so we need bridges. We need 2 wooden bridges by the looks of things to make this work. I know I prefer wide bridges personally. So that's what needs 2 wood, and then I don't really know what angle this needs to be at. It doesn't matter. The angle doesn't really matter as long as we can turn. And then 4 there. Right, so we need 6 logs in total. You sand filled that bit, did you? You haven't slept yet, have you not? To be fair, there is a sand pit there, isn't there? But then we need wood anyway. Yeah, we need wood anyway, though, to be fair. So we can still use wood. We're going to need to bring it over for the second bit. Why have you been up for the last 2 days? Right, our crayfish is currently here. It doesn't need to be the crayfish though, we just need wood. So, yeah, lots of trees we can use nearby. We need 6 trees in total. I'm going to use our other tree cutter just because it's easier and from where it is. I know it's not the best, and I prefer the other one, but it's here. It's more my thinking. And we need 6 trees, and then we'll grab them with the crane as well. Yeah, but you still got to get across the water though, so we're still going to need that bridge across the water. Well, how did you manage? How did you get round the water? Because if we're still building a bridge for the water. Oh, you use sand for that as well. Yeah, we'd still have to get a truck there. We'll do the bridges. It's all good. I see what you mean now with the sand. I get what you're saying. But we'd still have to get something there. The pressure and just not tired. It is going to be a hot one today, absolutely. The next 3 or 4 days, isn't it? Yeah, I live off 2 to 3 hours sleep, to be fair. Sometimes a lot less. So I understand they're not sleeping. Right, that's 2 of 6. We've built a lot of bridges on this map already, and we're going to be building more. Yes, yeah, I've seen Saturday was meant to be quite hot. I'm not a fan of the heat personally. Right, halfway there, 3 more. And then we just need to put these in a carry of sorts and then get them gone. You don't even know. When it's muggy as well, it's not very nice. But generally my front room stays quite cool, so it's not all bad. Try and keep it in a nice little pile. It's 4. We need 3 more. 2 more, sorry. You got the AC on. See, we don't have air conditioning in the house. The thing is, for the few days we get city heat, it's not worth the cost of it. I personally don't think. But then I'm one of these who as well that can't sleep with a fan on. Because I'm a light sleeper, the fan noise annoys the hell out of me. Oh, he's not a supportable one. Yeah, my little boy and other half got something similar. I just can't deal with the noise they make. Yeah. Yeah, I know the one you mean. Right, 1 more, come on. The infrastructure route we did actually worked out a lot better than I thought. I really thought we'd get issues, and we haven't at all. Which I'm pretty happy with. Right, that is our 6 logs needed. The fans will get annoying. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. You're obviously going to hear the fans, aren't you? Right. Obviously, we've got the log carrier that we got in the last stream, and I really struggled with the crane side of it. Where is it? We've obviously got the jaws, and then we got this one here, and then we brought the new one, didn't we? Is that can't be the one we bought? 'Cause it's rusty. But what else have we got for doing logs? Just because I struggle so much with log cranes. That's a log forward again. That's got the same kind of crane, hasn't it? I think they're all going to have the same kind of crane, though, aren't they? Another log forwarder there. Yeah, same kind of crane. Log grabber loader, which is what we've got. Log grabber loader, but again, just a grabber, no back end to it. Log grabber loader again, no trailer to it. Is that a different type of grabber? It looks the same, doesn't it, really? Use the mule with the crane, that's true. I've not played any of the Borderlands, to be fair. To be fair, you can get mods on this on the PlayStation. I just don't look at mods, especially not until the game's complete. But yeah, there are mods you can get already. I don't know which one it is we're already using. That's the thing. I don't think it's that one we're already using, is it? Is that the only one? I think that is the only one we've got, isn't it? Right. Cronin work. Oh yeah, so that is the rusty version we've got. So that's the upgrade to the rusty version. It's got to be one with a back, otherwise what's the point? So these ones here that just grab logs are kind of pointless. So it needs to be a log forwarder. We could try the Cronenwork one and see if I get any better with that one. I don't know if I will or not, to be fair. Although that's actually got anchors. Okay. Let's buy that one. The only reason I'm buying it is because it's got anchors. I like the idea of anchors. That's the only reason. That one there. They got in. Oh, they do get more mods. Absolutely, they get more mods. Infinite. Yes, that makes it too easy. For a big dump truck that spills, so it doesn't spill. Yeah, I just think any mods that make it easier, I just don't see the point of. I can't see which way we're heading. Not that way. All the other vehicles have been facing the right direction. That's PC for you. Yeah, no, I know there is, and that's why I tend to stay away from mods in general. To be fair. Those are logs. Thought it'd be easier if we were actually alongside than to pick them up. Okay, anchors. As I say, the only reason we got... Whoa, that's quick. Wow, that's quick. Okay, that's something to be aware of is how quick this moves. To be fair, I think it's actually easier to use. Right, bring them across that way. Right, maybe it's not as easy to use. They're on. It is easier to pick them up though. But yeah, man, this thing's quick. I think one of these is going to be too far off the back. Oh, that might be alright. Right, 2 left to get. Try and grab this one first. Obviously, one at a time is probably easier. It just seems really quick on the control, really sensitive. Exactly, as long as it straps, we're all good. Although, I might have just messed that one up. What is going on with this thing? Right, up. When I say this thing seemed really good, I've changed my mind. Right, we need one more. And then I may need to move one back on properly. Unless it straps down, then we don't have to worry. Oh, absolutely. Putting logs in the mule works perfectly fine. I want to try and use the vehicles in what you're meant to use, though, where possible. That's the thing, for that level of realism. Although, I'm not sure loading this is realism. I shouldn't have let go of that. It's because the way these are. I hate these cranes. Right. No, we didn't even grab it. Why can I not grab that one? Right, there we go. So I can move it a little bit closer to everything else. I didn't want to hang it out the back, but there we go. This is definitely not working, is it? Ah, yeah, it's definitely not working. Right, Mule definitely for the win. We've got a mule there, haven't we? Yeah. I don't understand the cranes on them, I really don't. And we have actually done this before with the mule. We have picked up wood in the mule before, and it's just so much easier. It is a nightmare trying out of anything else. Yeah, but we don't need sand at the minute. There's no point spending the fuel when we don't currently need the sand. When we start building the roads we've got missions for, then maybe. At the minute, because we're not doing anything with sand, there's no point spending that money just yet. We'll spend the money when we actually need to use the sand. Currently, we don't need sand. Mainly because we're building bridges instead. Okay. These all stick out the end, but as long as they're the one end is in and they strap, we'll be fine. That way. And I openly admit I'm definitely not the best with cranes either. So some of that struggle with the cranes probably is my own fault. Bridge crazy. Oh really? The amount of bridges we've got on this one already, to be fair. I don't think I've ever built so many bridges. I'm using the right camera. Thought for a minute the camera was wrong. Okay, this one's going to stick out quite a way by the looks of things. It's not brilliant. There we go. I've not changed controls, no. I've not changed any settings, to be fair. I wouldn't say I'm any better with SnowRunner cranes, to be fair though. I do struggle with the SnowRunner cranes as well. I think it's just cranes in general. There we go. It's half of a minute. Freedom, free to go. Probably could do with moving that crane, to be fair. Might make my life a little bit easier if I actually move the crane out of the way. Go with default as you can drive and use crane still. Yeah, I never really change anything like that. Just leave it as it was intended. I was considering, once we finish all the maps in the game, I was considering trying some of the DLC maps and see if they're any good. Not DLC maps, sorry, modded maps. I don't know how good they'll be, but I've seen there's a few on there. Right, 2 to go, and we're ready to rumble. To get this one a bit more across, really. There we go, 1 to go. And then we are out of here. Hopefully we can then get this mission complete with the pipe, and then we've got a road to build as well. But yeah, that log carrier I think was a bad decision. It's just so quick on the controls. I got no chance. I think we're good there. Right, when it's strapped. Cannot secure cargo. It won't strap. No. The one thing we need is that to strap, otherwise it's not safe to go. Which one is causing the problem, I wonder? Potentially it's this one because it's on the where the crane is. Still won't. It still won't strap, which is really frustrating because that's what we needed to happen. I don't know if it's because they're poking out the top log. Did I change FOV? No, I've not changed anything. The log carrier control, Crazy Arson, was horrendous. Yeah, I don't see why it won't strap. There's no reason for it, I can see. See if... No. Or we can try it and hope it doesn't fall out. I don't really want to do. Can't see why it wouldn't strap. I don't know how stable they will be. I suppose it's time we'll find out now. But yeah, this was ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know if we need to come back to it and try again. More patience, maybe. But we've got things we want to get done. You've had like 19 logs in the back. Really? Wow. Yeah, for some reason it will not strap. It won't tell me why. Okay, so we've got to take it easy then. There we go, it's strapped now. I don't know why suddenly it allowed it, but it did. Okay. 2 bridges to make, then the pipe to replace, then a road to build, a different one to this one here, then we'll come to this one. And let's see where we are from there. Yeah, it is easier to carry logs in the back of a vehicle like this. Them log carriers are just a pain in the butt. It's a crane I find so difficult to use. As I say though, I'm bad with all cranes, so that's a me issue more than a vehicle issue. Okay, we're nearly there at last. It was like an age since we were last here, but actually it wasn't that long ago. Right, we're going to go a long way, so we're going to try not to fall into any holes from the bridges. Okay, navigate the rocks. Yeah, maybe two. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Could be in the gates, possibly. Yeah. Doesn't matter now, though. It's done. That's the important part. Right. Got to get these right. We've already fallen off one of these twice in the other mule. Right, first one easy peasy. Right, let's get it straightened up. Oh yeah, no, we was in low gear for the big crane last time, to be fair. Oh, we're all good. We're over. Right, first bridge, and then second bridge, and then job done. I'm just so happy once this is done. Right, one bridge done, and second bridge. Second bridge done as well. Okay, didn't mean to park there, but that'll do for a minute. We still don't know if the mule can reach this, to be fair, but we'll know once we're across. And obviously if we can't, we've got the big crane. Is also here to use. The bridge isn't in the best position, to be fair, but there we go. We're on. We'll know if we can reach it by if we can pull it up. We can pull it out of position. I think we can reach it. Well, nearly went off. Oh, actually, can we reach it? I can reach the old one, obviously, but I don't know if we can reach the new one. don't know if, you know what, I don't know if we can. We're extremely close, I think. Yeah, I think it might just be a bit too low. I think that's it. I think that's all the beans we've got. Means we need the big crane over. Yeah, it's not doing it, annoyingly. Right, what we need then is the big crane. That's what we'll do. We'll put this on the floor. As long as you're in the water, okay. We'll bring the big crane over. We were a bit unsure whether this would work with this crane, to be fair. We just weren't sure which one was needed. And unfortunately it turned out it wasn't this one. I'm glad the big crane's already here. It does make life a little bit easier, to be fair. But yeah, I do wish we could have just done this without the big crane. But we're nearly done. We're nearly there. Just had to be the big crane that was needed. Okay, turn and circle the big crane. We're just going to get this right. Right, over we go. Over time anyway. Oh, loads of time left. We have got loads of time left for today. Right, we definitely don't want this to go to water because we're not getting it back out if it does. We also won't have a hope in getting this out. Easy peasy. Look at that. That is the pipe complete. We now just need to build the road that's requested for that one. But before we build that road, I want to build a different one. Mainly because all the equipment's going to be closer to the other road that we want to do first. Debris water gate. That's that. So we have a road over here we want building where the tunnel exit base is. I think it'd be a lot easier to use our equipment. Most of it's over here, to be fair. Here first. Oh yeah, take the marker off would be handy, wouldn't it? And then we need to bring all our equipment to the countryside base, and we got to build that bridge, that road there. So let's start with the sand. We'll use the big dumper as always. This makes life a little bit easier. I need to check quarry, I think. Where are we? No. What are the big ones? I think that is the big one, isn't it? Yeah. So the only thing to check here is quarry. It is covered, the whole thing is covered with a quarry that's active, so we don't need to worry about that. So happy days there. Well, as always, what we'll do is do the sand automatically, and then we'll get everything else moving. No. Oh, I didn't see the edge there. Are you pulling this back over, or am I going to have to redo it? Right, okay. I think we need to bring it back into the garage. I thought you could make the turn, and I obviously didn't see the edge. I'm trying to rush too much to get things where I want it to be. But yeah, I thought he could make the turn, to be fair. Right, we now know he can't make that turn. But yeah, we let the sand do its thing automatically, and we'll come back and get everything else ready. There we go. See, the actual road we're building isn't too far, it's literally here. Okay, so let's open the road request. It's quite a big road, this one, actually, to be fair. There we go. It's now doing sand for us all the way along that road, that route. So we now need our truck to level off the sand. And we'll do what we always do. We'll try and make it as wide as we can. Sand is being done for us. We have found other bits and pieces that we can use for orders around the map, so we've got to try and remember where they are as well when it comes to doing those. This will be quite a long road by the looks of things. I'm just checking that. So we'll try and do 2 runs forward and back. As I say, we do everything ourselves, bar the sand. Do try and be more white biased as a way of kind of making this wider, with more on one side than the other. Already catching up with the dumper. Right, we're going to hold off a second as obviously we caught up. I don't remember us ever catching up before, to be fair. Dave, good morning, how are you? The next road we need to build is going to be a little bit harder to get to for the vehicles. Well, a little bit further away, I should say. I don't think it's any harder, it'll just be further away. Sure, I am enjoying it, Dave. How's your Thursday going? Come on. I'm waiting on the dumper. I don't think we have had this wait before the dumper. I can't even start the other end and do the asphalt because I want to make sure we come back on ourselves to make it as wide as possible. Find its way, is that why it's having issues? What is going on with it? It is not happy. I don't know why. Oh, I think it's stuck. Yeah, I think it's stuck. What we'll do, we'll try and give it a push. It may be happy with a push, it may not. We'll find out in a second. I got myself stuck. There we go. I think we helped it. Yeah, we helped it. That was nearly bad. Oh yeah, I hadn't even spotted those. It hadn't asked us to clear any of that. It just said do road. That's a good point. I hadn't seen any of that. Okay, we need to stop that doing its thing then, don't we? Yeah, hadn't seen. Still trying to go, isn't it? Hadn't seen that any of that needed doing, to be fair. Wow, okay. You've been working for 24 hours. How have you worked? You've been working for 24 hours? There's no way you've worked for 24 hours, Dave. Yeah, we didn't notice we need to actually clear the route ourselves. We just assumed it would be clear as it set up for us. So, we need to go back out and let's call, I think we're calling the crayfish. And we better go and quickly get that fixed. I didn't even think about checking the actual road layout because most of the time, previously, the road, it says build, is just clear and you just go and build it. We've not really had a road before that you had to go and clear first, but now we learn these things. It's definitely something different. You reckon they're all going to be like this now? So in future we actually need to check the route first. You know, the normal thing to do. I know you can drive into stumps to destroy them, to be fair, but we'll do, I want to, if we can get any logs from it, then that's a bonus for later. If we need logs for an order, there's no point wasting any materials. If we can get anything from it, then we'll get stuff from it because we can always put them in storage. Okay. Whether we try and put these all in one pile, I don't know. We can try a pile here. The only thing is when we come and do stump grinding, I don't obviously want these to be in the way of the stump grinder. There is a space over here though. We can use that space, I think. Right. They're part of logs. But yeah, I'd rather make sure we get the resources by clearing it that way rather than just smash stuff up. Definitely need a stump grinder in here though. Some trees will just fall down when you get close to them or when you touch them, to be fair. There's not too many to take down, to be fair. But as I say, it's all extras that will help us out if we need more. And we're not too far away from one of our bases. To just put these in storage will be quite simple if we need to. bring this round so it's roughly in the same place as the last one. There we go. Okay, let's bring the stump grinder around as well now, as we're going to need that. All these extra things we haven't thought of using before. This was the new one we bought. Wasn't a massive fan of it originally, but let's give it a go again and see if it's any better. Tiny. All day since like 6. Patch 2 is live, is it? Oh, okay. I'm definitely doing a lot more forestry work. 3-star recovery, versatile scout, vehicle transport. Less rain. Oh, I don't mind the rain. I'll leave the dump truck for a second. Chat, yeah, I don't want to touch you. What you're doing? I have read your chat. You said you're tired. It's the farm sim stump grinder. You talk quite a bit in chat, Dave, to be fair. So we bought this one to try it out, and I wasn't a massive fan of it originally. But we'll see if it does any better now. Out of the way. We must have maxed out all the rewards for that job now. It just looks tiny, this thing. Whereas the other one we've got is massive compared to this. But yeah, you talk quite a lot, Dave. Doing these ones first, just so we can take down the remaining trees that need doing. What's wrong with it? How are we stuck? And then we're okay. We are stuck on something, it seems. Oh, it was a tree still there. I will say the tree grinding seems to be a bit buggy, twitchy. So one just I don't know whether it's this bit of kit or what, but some of the stumps don't always disappear. Or you can't always reach them. You kind of have to, I suppose you have to wait for them to explode. But yeah, sometimes you get stuck on ones you think you've done, because they don't actually disappear. Some of the bug fixes that were during June are only coming now. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what they're doing, because a bit... I'd always read the chat no matter what. It just, if I don't get to it straight away, then I'll get to it as soon as I can. Oh, I will do. I'm just waiting. I'm going to clear the rest of the route first, and then we'll go back to where the sand truck is. I don't want him to start trying to lay sand again just yet. Right, I think we've cleared the route now, so we can get the rest of the trees down. Right, back to the crayfish. As I say, there's going to be trees here then for us to come and grab when we need them for the job, or we can put them in storage. Yeah, I'm leaving them stumps there, so with the actual sand can't be laid yet. I don't want it laid until we're ready, essentially. But I wanted to grind the stumps out of the way so the crayfish can get where it's going a little bit easier at the same time. But yeah, I'm leaving them stumps to last on purpose, just so he can't start back up again yet. You're speechless. Why are you speechless? But yeah, you're always generally talking in chat. You tell us when you go and get a drink and you're going to get something to eat and stuff. Okay, what other trees we got? One here. I think there's 2 more trees to do potentially. And then that'll be the route clear. And then it's any other side trees you want to do, which I don't think there's any going to be really in the way. Oh, there's a stump there. Did I put that log there? That big tree's going over. No, is it staying upright? I just knocked it over in for a minute. So yeah, 1 more tree to cut down, it looks like. And then we'll stump grind and then get the road built. This tree here really wants cutting, doesn't it? Come on, while you're here. As I say, we can actually get all these into storage in case we need. Although we need loads for the dam, don't we? Why can I not get that to activate? Yeah, we need a load for the dam, to be fair. Yeah, the emulsion just doesn't seem as good as the other one. We've got the bigger version, haven't we? It definitely does a better job, I think, with doing the stumps. The big yellow one. That small thing just struggles so much. Well, yeah, we have got the big yellow one that actually seems to do a better job. Okay. I think that is the last one really, and then we just stump grind the rest, I think. It's one of these trees again it can't carry for some reason. Don't understand why it doesn't sometimes. Yeah, we did the fisherman. Is it the fisherman that needs 20? Well, we'll have a load here for him, won't we? There we go. Right, back to the kite. As I say, I just find this mulcher not very good compared to the yellow one. Stats wise it should be, I think it's better, but it just seems to struggle. Although actually it might be me, because like that one I stopped moving forward the minute it started munching. Maybe that's the issue, I'm just trying to move too much while it's munching. Right, I think we're all clear now for this then. Other than where the sand is, we just need to get that bit done. And then we can carry on doing this road. As I say, there's another road after this one as well. But lesson learned, we need to actually check the routes before we start doing them. We haven't had to do that before, so it's a learning curve. Right, that one. There you are. One here. Is actually stuck on a stump. Or is it stuck in the mud? Okay, that's that one done. I don't know if it's stuck in the mud or it's stuck on a stump, to be honest. I think it's the mud rather than the stump. Right, let's go back to our... and let's give him a push. I know he's trying to go backwards. Let's not do that. Don't do it. It's going to fall sideways. I knew it was going to do that. Okay, the sand is being laid. I knew it was going to do that the minute I tried to help him, but it's working now. So let's get this reset. Go back and finish what we was doing, and then we'll do the next part of the road. I knew the minute I let go, I was going to tip over. We had a really fast start as well this morning, getting jobs done really quickly, really simple, and been a bit iffy from that. Why does the milking stool only have 3 legs? Don't know. Use a cow as the udder. Yeah, well done. It's proper dad joke, guys, isn't it? The ones that, yeah, that aren't really funny, but you can still give a little bit of a chuckle to. Right, let's finish spattering the sand. So more to the right so we can try and spread it out more. We'll try and make this as wide as we can. Yeah, we now know we need to check routes in advance before we just let loose. Try to force a little with that. Let's try that again. Right, we need to turn around. I don't know why we're building this here anyway, this road. Oh, it's to go up here, isn't it? Obviously, we need to get a load of wood across there, so maybe we're going to need a bridge anyway at some point. After this road is done. So that wood there might be handy for a bridge more than actually for the dam. If we still need to get all that wood across, or at least get the crayfish across. So we'll look at that when we get to it. Trying to focus more on main missions today rather than side missions, so we haven't really done anything with side missions there. So far so good. Now we know to check. I think we'll be okay. I do think some of the vehicles can destroy stuff between the other vehicles and only just the other move up and down, lower one. That's true. Not for many years, Dave, no. Many years is what's rush hour. But yeah, I think you're right. The yellow one I think is more manoeuvrable. It goes up and down. So although the stats on the kite are better, it doesn't like uneven terrain. It's going to be dead on to make it work properly. Went off on the last bit, missed the turn. Right, there we go. You make sure this is parked out of the way of the other vehicle. I think the other vehicle, we could probably have it stop doing its route, but we'll keep it going for the time. There's no harm. Right, we now need asphalter. We have got the enhanced version here. Is there more than one of these? Or is there only one type of asphalter? Because I thought I saw a second version. There we go, there's a new one. The Arling Roadworks 120 Special. It says special on it. That's a different type of one. That's a 3243 with a width of 6 meters. 3243. And our one, this one here. Oh, so that one's actually wider. Yeah. So the other one's better. And that only has a 4.9, whereas the Arlington has a 6. Well, we do like wider roads, so I think we buy the Arlington. We've got the money, and we've still yet to sell anything. I wonder how long I can go without selling anything, and still upgrade trucks and stuff. Right, where's my asphalter gone? I've got a text message that's a scam. If you ever get a text that says, Every are trying to deliver something, but you need to click this link because they can't get to you, it's a scam. Especially when you haven't ordered anything. Right, here we go. The Arlington, our brand new paver. For that thing. Nice and shiny. That's what I like. We know the movie, but I've not seen it in years. It's old now. Yeah, it's not a film that I'd say I'd go and watch all the time. Wider at the back, absolutely. It's 6 meters rather than 4.9. It's slow. As they all are, to be fair. Shiny for now. It's not going to stay shiny for long. And then we've got the other road to do as well, which will finish off the mission that's actually highlighted. Now we'll finish that mission if we do the other road. Still got loads of time left. Today seems to be going, I wouldn't say slow, but it's definitely seems to have plenty of time left for once. See if this one drives any better. The other one we had issues sometimes keeping it straight. It would have a mind of its own at times. See if this one's any different. No, this one is the same. Although I did go slightly off centre. Reverse. It's not liking that corner at all. I think it's slightly higher in that corner. It's really not liking it. Try and line up a bit straighter. Trying to stick to the right so we can make this wider, obviously, as we always try and do. Try and stick more to the left here. So it doesn't seem to like that right hand side. There we go. We learned that we can actually asphalt backwards previously. There we go. Always make the road as wide as you can. I remember originally we actually did the sanding ourselves on the first road we did, and we did it twice. We went up and down 2 different lots of sand so we could make it as wide as possible, because we didn't know back then that you could actually just stretch it. But yeah, they used to make it as wide as we could by doing 2 lots of sand. One of our longest roads we've done, I think, in one stretch. As I say, we weren't aware we had to check for stumps and trees, which in theory makes sense. Obviously, if you go anywhere to build a road, we'll do all the proper stuff, planning and prep and all that first, but we just never had to do it before. And the next road we need to do, we don't need to do it either, because it is just a road that's got loads of water on it. It's kind of sunk. I think the road's sunk and we're basically going over it. This is where it may get caught by some trees on this edge here. We're okay. Who left that dump truck there? What do you want to do? So over that sand that's just there, just for the join. Right, we'll go back again as we always do. We always do this twice, just to make sure we've got it as wide as we can, and then roll. We've got the roller next, and we're done. In game, I don't know. I wonder if there is if there's a statistic how many bridges you built and stuff. Because obviously there's only select manually. I wonder if there's a statistic how many you've done. I know this map's had more bridges built in than any map we've done so far. Because we haven't actually built many, I don't think. But I think we can go back to some of the earlier maps. Maybe map 2. And I reckon there's some bridges there we could do that would make life a little bit easier than it was. I would like to get the infrastructure bit on the map side 100%. The map itself was 100%, but on the actual thing, some of them are showing 0 of like 13, and it's because the routes aren't running anymore. So you'd have to come out of the map at the right time when you've got everything running perfectly. I reckon there still are some pipes to change on some of them. I don't think we did all of it because it wasn't in the missions always. We connected power to places before it asked us to at times. There we go. Right, now we can roll it. And that is the road then done, and we can crack on with the second road. Now, I'm guessing there's only one roller. I don't know why in my head I want to keep upgrading vehicles now. So we've got the upgraded version of the Katok. Is there another version? Or is that the only one? I'm guessing there shouldn't be more than one roller. It only does as it says on the tin, doesn't it? The Katok, which is what we've got. And we're not touching the DLC vehicles. The minute the DLC vehicles... the minute the DLC releases, we'll start using the DLC vehicles on the DLC map. But until then, we won't use them. No, there's only one roller, by the looks of things. Good to know. I do think just because the numbers say something is better, doesn't always mean it is. I think it is down to personal preference. And I need to find a log loader that I actually enjoy using. That's something I need to try and find. And we're not going to look at mods until the base game and DLC are complete either, or until the base game's done, and if it's still got to wait for DLC. You said there's an update today, though, didn't you, for this? Which would be interesting to see what's changed. Especially if they're adding new vehicles. They need to add another, something like the mule. They need to add another truck that has a bed and a crane like the mule does. That's what they need to add. That way we don't have to use the mule all the time. Because I hate using the same vehicle constantly. I like changing vehicle, personally. I'm going to low gear on to slow myself down. Yeah, I like changing vehicle a lot. But you can't do that with a mule because it's the only one that does its job. Alright, I'm not going to do low gear because it's really slow. No worries, Dave. Thank you for dropping by, Dave. Much appreciated. Reading chat and going offline. Much appreciated, Dave. Have a good sleep, and I'm sure we'll speak soon. Thank you, Dave. That was, I think I drove better than the previous one, absolutely. Yeah, I think I definitely drove better than the previous asphalter. Been a nice little drive through the trees here, won't it, really? I didn't want to take all the trees down. I do like the fact you can see the steam coming off the asphalt. It's a little detail that some people may not even notice, but I really like that. Especially when it's raining. I don't know why they'd make it less rainy. I don't have an issue with the rain, to be fair. Okay, last bit. Just got to follow this round. And then that is road complete. And then we've got a second. The actual other road we need to build isn't that difficult. It's a straight run, fairly simple. It's getting the vehicles to it that's going to take the time, I think. We've still got a good hour of the stream left today. Wow, I don't know why. Time seems to not be dragging, but not going very fast, which is a good thing. Bend. There we go, that is the road complete. Let's really smooth this bit out a little bit. I don't know if other people have noticed this as well. When you do a road, it always leaves an edge that you can't flatten. So like this edge here, you cannot flatten it. There was always an uneven edge every time we do any sort of road, I've noticed. There's a bit of a bump at the start of that as well. That is a little bit of a bump there. But we're all good. Right, that is done. That wasn't the mission we're currently doing either, but job done there. So now the road we need to do to finish the mission we're currently doing, which is the pipes and the location, is this one here. So it is a straight road. It is fairly simple. It is a case of just placing a road to cover the water area up. The hard part, well, it's not really that hard actually. I've just seen the drive. It's not that bad. I thought it was worse than that, to be fair. So large dumper. I prefer the large dumper to the small ones, mainly because you get a lot more in it, to be honest. But yeah, I thought that this was further away than what it was. Makes life a little bit easier then. I'm not trying to pour sand here. I'm trying to turn around. So we know now, we've got to remember, next to the other road, we've got to remember there's loads of logs there that we can pick up at some point. That's the one thing we need to remember. This has got no turn radius at all. So we need to remember that we can grab those when we need them, and even put them in storage if need be. Which we probably should, to be fair. Depending on, although, like I say, they are near the water. We probably will need bridges, or we take them for the dam. The guy needs 20, so the dam is just as needy as well, to be fair. There's a few things I think that'd be useful. Like the drive shaft vehicles. Yeah, no, they absolutely do. Absolutely, you're right, they move. This is it. And suspension moves up and down as well. I do like the little details. The smoke coming off the vehicles. Yeah, I'm definitely one that enjoys all the smaller details. Work vehicle, select route. There we go. Sand is now going on our route. So we want our dozer. We haven't got actually many more vehicles to upgrade, I don't think, either. Currently. And so I am hoping they add more vehicles as time goes on. Does anyone know how many DLC maps we're actually going to get? Is it only 1, 2, 3? And is there going to be more than one DLC? I know there's only one currently, which is the rebuild. Which makes it sound like you're going to do a lot more building. If you know what I mean. Why is that juddering the way it is? There you go. It's okay now. That's weird. It was like the handbrake was stuck on, but not fully on. Right, we can get this done. It's lagging a little bit, this vehicle, for some reason. Not we had lag before. What is it doing? I didn't think this would be that difficult. It's a straight route. I don't quite know what it's doing. Other than it's trying to turn around. It's trying to reverse. Me pushing it probably isn't going to help, is it? I'll flatten the sand, hoping that would help. No? Don't quite know what it's doing, to be honest. Okay. How do I... So I don't know. Can I stop it? That's the location. I need... cancel the road. And go again. I don't know what it was doing, to be honest. Let's see what it's doing. We're here now. All it needs to do is go straight. And the water's not that deep either. We have been through that route, drove straight across, not been a problem. And that's why I don't really see the need for a road, but it wants one. But we have driven straight through and the water's not a problem. Why is it hesitating? What is it? I don't get it. I don't understand what it's trying to do. At least we landed nicely. Go forward. Okay, we may have to manually do it, I think. Because for some reason it won't lay sand. That's weird, isn't it? I don't quite understand why it's not working. Right, I will have to manually do it ourselves, I think. You think the sand's too high? Maybe. Well, to be fair then, what I'll do, we'll drive it to the other side. Because as I say, it's not like this water's deep. In fact, let's do it here ourselves. My only issue, I find that I tend to pour too much. Or not enough. Too much, too little. I've done it all, but that wasn't quite what I wanted to happen, but I think that's okay. But yeah, I don't quite understand what it was doing. There we go. We're done. Can I refill sand here? Yeah, we can. Just gonna park up. Out the way a little bit. Okay, let's refill the sand. We've done it ourselves, but that is that bit done. So now we can get back to doing what we wanted, which is this bit. Yeah, I thought this was a longer drive from our base, but actually it's not, so it should be a fairly simple one to get done. Again, we're making it as wide as we can. That new paver does look pretty good, it works really nicely. Pretty happy with that. Like I say, some of the vehicles seem better on paper, like stats wise. They stay there better, but actually they're not. I think a lot of it is down to how you control things more than the numbers themselves. Because the numbers themselves don't really give you too much information anyway. They're quite, the information mobility doesn't really give you much, does it? Right, there we go. Paver next. And of course we use our new one. The Roadworks 120 Special. Wrong button, there we go. Right, just got to get it there, lay the asphalt, then we've got to roll it, and that'll be another road complete. And then we've got to look at missions. I don't really know what else is left. I think there's another road to build somewhere. I know with side missions you've got clear a load of debris, 20 lots of wood. I think there's a third one as well. But we'll get this done first and foremost and see where we're at. The other road we built is for a different mission as well. I think there's more to that mission we haven't done yet. but we still haven't completed the first third of this map in terms of missions and getting things back on track. There'll be a set amount of missions that put something else back online, and then that'll be that bit done. It's like this one, it will tell us actually on the mission. Sometimes the rewards say you get a new building and stuff open up. That's the thing. Your gameplay, unlike us, I can load the log carrier with no issues. For whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just can't load the log carrier. That's 2 different ones I've tried so far, and I just can't do it. The new one I brought, I just find it far too fast, to be honest. So the new one I think is just too quick. I might go back to the old one next time and see if that's any better. But I don't know. It's a weird one. It's not like it's even a difficult job though, is it? That's the thing. Just loading some logs with a grabber. Yeah, this definitely seems to have less issues than the other paver that we were using before. But I'm curious about the update and see what new things have been added vehicle-wise. So the only real vehicle I want added is another version of the mule, but something else. Just so I can not use the mule all the time. Yeah, the stats don't really give you much information, really. You know, what does mobility tell you? That's the thing. It's not like it's giving you a speed or anything, is it? You've done Construction Simulator, Crazy Iceman. What does it give you stats for vehicles in that, or is there only one of each type? Or how does that do it in terms of vehicles? I do want to play at some point. Let's just get into it. Let's have the time. We need to finish all the other stuff first. Right, that's the asphalt laid. And so it's only really a short road, this one, compared to others we've built. So roller next, and then that is that road complete. Going. Roll the road and job done. There's lots of routes we haven't planned yet as well. All these yellow doors you see on buildings, they're truck stops, and that generally means there'll be a route from somewhere to somewhere, and they'll either start or end where them yellow doors are. And seeing all the ones that haven't been used yet tells me there's going to be a lot more routes to plan in the near future. I did manage to get one video of Far Cry New Dawn edited yesterday afternoon, in between falling asleep. 20-minute video takes me 2 hours to edit just because I'm asleep while I'm editing. And we still don't know what's causing it. And even, you know, looking at how many hours sleep I get a night now with my watch, 3 hours sleep is about average now a night according to the watch. And that's very broken, so that could be why we're falling asleep in the day. Our body's just knackered. But or it could be medication based, it could be narcolepsy, it could be anything. But it is a real hindrance when you're trying to edit. Funny thing is, I still have some control while I'm asleep. So I will still talk, I will still play. It's really weird. There are multiple types of vehicles, different brands, and there are some stats. Okay. Yeah, it's one game I will get to, it's just when. That is road complete.
Nice work patching up those pipes. They need new valves too, though. Luckily, a shipment of those should be sitting somewhere along railway
Ah,
territory.
okay.
Find and install them along the pipeline. Then we can forget about this pipe business for now.
Okay, we may be able to forget about this pipe business once we find 2 items. The 2 items are valves that need putting on. This is still part of the same mission chain, so we may as well carry on doing it. What was the actual side mission we got? Bring logs for construction. That's 20 logs. So we bring them 20 logs for their dam they want to make, and we get 9 logs back in total, and the old pump station will be restored. Build a road. We've done 1 road there. Where's the second road? Oh yeah, I forgot that needs 2 roads. So we've done the first road here for this job, this mission. This is preparing the area near the dam. These are side missions. We've done 1 road here. There is another road to build further up as part of the dam side of things. We must have another base further north, I would have said, to be fair. And then we've still got to find the missing parts of the rocket booster as well. As we're still doing the same mission, we may as well continue this mission chain, I think. Yeah, I'm enjoying it as well in terms of trophies and stuff. So 2 objects, both in the same location, further north than we've been so far. What vehicle is that? Because we need something that can carry these, really, don't we? They're valves that we then need to install. What are we? That's the Carolean Scout. We kind of want one of our mules, really, don't we? Thinking about it. So we'll pick a mule up and we'll head north to see if we can find these. That needs clearing out there. Bring the generator to activate the water gate. Okay. That's machine yards. That's not too bad. Yeah, I think we grab a mule and we head north looking for these valves. As it's still part of the same mission chain we're doing. As the mule has a crane, it makes sense to take the mule because it can pick it up, essentially. As long as I can get it over the bridges without falling off again. Go to vehicles on your bar and press focus. Oh yeah, no, I know. It's just one of those things that I know is there, I just don't use, and I probably should use. There's quite a few things like that I've noticed that I like the markers. I know they're there. I don't tend to use them for no reason, not for anything, any specific reason. I just don't, unless I'm reminded. Don't fall off! Don't fall off! Don't fall off! Don't fall off! No. Okay, we have got 2 attempts of this before the big crane needs to come and help us. Why can't I enter that vehicle? Can now. Second attempt. I did say we've got to be careful on them bridges. That is the one bridge that's caught us out every time. I think that's the 3rd time we've fallen off that. Let's try again. At least we shouldn't fall left now, because there's a vehicle there stopping us falling left. And I thought I had it lined up perfectly as well. That's the thing. It's actually wide enough that you shouldn't really have to worry too much, but for some reason. It's a weird bridge that catches me out. Right, we're all gravy. Let's go. So we need to head for all this rubble. We haven't activated this sand quarry because we don't need to yet. I'd rather not use the fuel unless we need to actually use it. So we'll hold off activating that for the time being. I don't think we've even looked in there. There's probably a collectible in there somewhere. But we'll have to... We haven't talked the toys and stuff, unless we've seen them naturally. I've not really gone specifically looking for them. At some point we probably should. Okay. I'm guessing we can get there from this way. But we haven't really been this way north that much, so I don't know. This looks like a fuel station. Petrol station in the UK. That's what that looks like. Is that a dead end as well? No, it does go. The road goes round. Is that where I'm going? Kind of. Let's go exploring in the mule then. It's kind of in the right direction, but to the left of where we're going. Well, that's what I tend to do in snow runners. It's a bit too quick. There's a car that's going off the road there in the Deluge. Ended up in the water. Hopefully the people got out in time. Right, there's a lot of flooding around here. We got another tunnel. It's like the one we came through, isn't it? That's the western tunnel then. So we may have an order at some point to do a route to there, essentially. What else have we got? Is that a train line? Does look like a train line over there. I can imagine before the storm that this place was quite had quite really nice scenery, to be fair. Before the storm, of course. Now it's a bit not so nice. Right, we're going to get across to over there by the looks of things. Lots of trees down here. Now on the map, was there not a mission for this near this location as well? Oh no, there. So there's a mission for something that I don't know what mission that is. Oh, that's a rocket booster. So a bit of the rocket booster supposedly is in that area there that we need to find. This road used to be here and isn't anymore. I don't know how deep that water is. Oh, okay, quite deep, judging by that. Wow, that went down a long way. It's a bit better there. Come on, get yourself over. It does get very deep, doesn't it? I don't know what we're getting stuck on underneath either. There's obviously something in the water. Rocks, probably. We're nearly round though. So that, I'm assuming, will be a road to be built at some point. Because that has just completely destroyed that road. You can see the damage where it's thrown up the asphalt and the brown rock underneath. Right, we've got a right turn there, go somewhere else. We're looking for the valves, which I think are just through here, judging by that. There's another bridge there as well to our right. There's a wooden bridge there, goes somewhere else. I mean, we haven't fully explored the map yet, because we haven't had to come north till now. That's a hill and a half. We'll say the mule is showing signs of being a bit underpowered in places on this map compared to other maps where it's not really struggled. And it hasn't even got anything on it. It's not overloaded. Look, it's extremely muddy here. We are getting there. There is no other route. I don't know if that's a route, to be fair. Let's have a look. Tree stumps. Is that a route? A shortcut? I don't think it is. There's a lot of tree stumps around and water. I don't think that is a shortcut. We've got to avoid all these tree stumps, don't you think? Right. We'll get back to the track. It's not even a road, it's a track. Follow that round. I think that will take us to where we want to go. Just is the option of a potential shortcut there, but not one that I fancy at this point. It's very muddy here though. Come on. Deep mud as well, which isn't helping. The mule does keep soldiering on, that's the important part. Right, we're on more solid ground now. And then in here should be our valves. I would expect there's somewhere around here to be a second base for us. Third base, in fact. Would be my guess.
The valves should be around here somewhere.
Okay.
But it might need a bit of problem solving to find them.
Problem solving. That generally means moving something to show something else, doesn't it? Let's have a look. So this is the railway station. We have access to this. Right, I can see a valve. Trolley moving that way. No. So one of the valves is there. That is a valve. Where's my hook? Okay. I don't know where I'm unloading this, that's the only downside. We can't go any further that way. How far can we go this way? I think it's going to be a case of moving some of them blue trucks out the way there as well. Yeah, lots of potholes and lots of rocks. So I think we need to move the blue ones because they can be moved. Although we can't physically, I don't know, we might be able to move them. We need to, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? I've just noticed what we're going to have to do, and this is going to be a nightmare, I think. Right, one valve is in there though. Can I get it further? How far can we get it across here? Yeah, I don't want it. That's as far across as we can go is there. So it means we need to put it in this one here for our mule to get. But I might need to get a different vehicle here because we're going to need to move the blue trucks. Or train carriages, I should say. Right, that's there. Is the second one in here? The second one's over there, I can see it. I guarantee I can't grab it though. Second valve is just over there. I can see it. I know exactly where it is, but it's getting to it is the problem. Hence the problem solving. Right, okay, let's work this out. See, normally you wouldn't use the mule for moving some of these things. You'd use a winch. I don't know how equipped the mule is going to be with the crane to be able to move these things. But I don't know if it can. That's a good point. I don't know if it can move these things. So we need to move that there. It's in that one there, isn't it? We need to move that down here so we can drive in here. Second one's there as well. As I say, normally you'd use a winch. We haven't got a winch with us at the minute. Let's see if this works. May not even connect, I don't know. We want single connection really. I can do the other one, but I can't get an angle on this one. So I'll try and go in diagonally. We need to put it backwards anyway, no matter what we do. Right, we've got it. There's the connection. That anchors down will help as well. This is how versatile the mule is. We can even move train carriages. The versatility of the mule. Okay. Do we need to move the second one? I don't know if we do. Let's see if we can how far we can get him. Or maybe we do. No, maybe we don't, to be fair. Even barrels are in the way, annoyingly, but that's alright. I think I can still pick it up. Okay, anchors. Need more than one point of contact. There we go. Number one. Don't even know where we're going to take these back to be fair. I'm actually, it doesn't give us a location to go and take them to yet. Should be interesting. Okay, and the second one we want is just to over this other side. I'm not sure I can reach it from here, or I need to go and change direction. Oh, we should have the angle on it. There we go. I can't go any higher, can I? So be careful not to tip over here. Well, that's what I didn't want. I was going to say maybe I need to change to one point of contact, maybe to get up and over, or we just need to go a bit closer. There's always that option, isn't there? Anchors. Let's go and see if we just need to be a little bit closer to it, I think. It's getting that angle on turning though. Yeah, single point mobility. We'll try getting closer first. There we go. With that. It's because it was too close to the edge of it, isn't it? The other one actually broke the carriage. This one hasn't. There we go. We got it. Right, where we take it? It's quite a long way away by the looks of things. Where we've got to take them to. Right, strap cargo. Cargo straps. Nice. Right. We've got to get out of here yet, though. Right, we'll look at the map in a second where we're heading, but first of all, let's just get out of this angle first, because this is still going to be a nightmare. The worst thing is we're going to be overloaded now to the point that tipping is going to be a little bit easier. And we don't want to be tipping. Okay. We are out of there. We've got both the objects we need to do to bring the pipeline back in order. Where are we heading? Reservoir. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, not anywhere close then, essentially. Right. Are we going to have to go all that long journey again? I think we do. I don't think there's a different route to take. There's a potential shortcut here. This track here will get us up to the transformer station, which is where we need to be for the reservoir here anyway. Although that's at the bottom, so actually going higher isn't probably a good idea. Although we can come down there maybe. If you wanted to risk that. We can drive straight out of here according to this though. I don't know if there's another connection point. So according to this, there's a road out that way. We don't know where it goes to. And I haven't seen a road that leads to... It's just a railway line, isn't it, actually? So the railway line goes that way. So at some point we do need to go there. Although we could probably come off it and down here if we wanted to. We do need to explore that for that bit, for that rocket booster part anyway. In terms of getting back... yeah. I think we have to roughly go the way we came, which I really don't want to do. Might see if we can shortcut it by the transformer station. I don't fancy going for all that water again and bouncing around with these two on us. It won't take much, I don't think, for us to go over. And I'd rather try and avoid that if we can. So... I'm amazed there's not a secondary base we can open up here, to be fair. Transformers going to need power there at some point. We know the actual station has power. Both transformers don't, though, strangely. Okay, so my thinking is here. We head down to the right-hand side, follow this round over the bridge, and it's at the bridge we change course. I am thinking of going this way, just to try and shave off all that water section. So we want to go right, follow it round, see what happens. I think we've got 25 minutes, so we've got a good amount of time left. I don't really know how many main missions we've done today, to be fair. I think we had 3 done at the start. Wasn't many. It's the mud that's the worst part here. The mud is going to get really deep, but we're really heavy as well now, which is going to create a problem. Trying to miss that mud out there if we can. But watch out for stumps instead. So much mud. As I say, we're now really heavy. Not a good combination. Right here. Oh, this was a shortcut. We should have carried on round to the bridge. I didn't even realise this was actually a shortcut. Thought because we came this way last time, I thought that was the actual route. But no, we should have actually gone over the bridge. We know for next time. Right, I think we're left turning here. Left turn, and then our shortcut is there, isn't it? Is it there? No. Yeah, we take a left turn here towards the main power substation. The main power substation is this way. There it is. Okay, I think that's our shortcut route on the right there. So if we come, that takes us to the old pump station that way. I don't want to go that way, but what I'm thinking is we come round here. There is a route that takes us through here. It brings us out up here. And I know we need to be down, but we can come down and do that. I think we could probably come through the trees, to be fair, get down there quite easily as well. That is a lot of mud though. But this, yeah, this is our shortcut route essentially. To try and get back a different way. Didn't see a secondary base though to set up. There's nowhere that looks like it's potential. And normally if you get close it would say about it, what you need to do it. But yeah, I didn't see anything. Low gear up the hill. Oh, tippy tippy. Don't tip. Don't do it. Okay, alright, it's another steep hill to climb. Stop there a second. So we're now here. We have got a scout vehicle here if we need help, which is always good to know. Still got to follow this along, don't we? Until we get to the junction. At the junction, we can potentially come through the trees to come down. This is going to be dodgy. Well, not dodgy, but this is going to get potentially stuck. No. Don't go over. I thought I was going to go over then. I really thought it was going to go over. Man, that mud is deep. Let's say we have got a scout vehicle nearby for towing if we need it. Good old mule. The mule just doesn't stop, does it? Hence the name. Doesn't matter what you throw at it, it just keeps going. Good old mule. Okay, we're looking out for the junction in pathways. And then potentially we can go through the trees. A few issues of movement, but we're okay. I think it's here, surely. I know, just coming up. I was going to say, it seemed like it was close. There's a junction now. Well, there should be. No, am I wrong? Have I missed the junction? I know we've taken the junction, so that's now a steep slope, which is not what I wanted. I was hoping to come off there and through the trees. Can we reverse it? I think we can. This is where we tip over, isn't it? No, 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 no. Just managed to get that out in time. To keep us upright at the very least. But I'm struggling to get us back upright fully. There we go. We're okay. Whoa, that was close. Not the first close call we've had in the meal though. That's why you'll be so quick getting that crane out to save yourself. I knew reversing would be the worst decision, but we did it anyway. Right, we should be able to cut through the trees now until we hit a road. And that road will lead us to the first one of these to install. Reducing the range because a lot of people complain that the first one had that stuff. Oh really? I've not had an issue with it though, to be fair. Obviously it's rain, but you know, the sandstorm on the sand map was brilliant. Rain in these maps makes sense. Right, we need to use our new road and come off it to go to install there. But yeah, I've not had an issue with the amount of rain, I wouldn't say personally. But get used to the rain. Right, that's where we're heading there to install the new valve. Nice road that. Whoever laid that road did a good job. Right, are we the wrong side of this? Potentially. Right, that's where the valve needs to go. Whoa, that's deep. A lot deeper than I thought it was. This is an awkward bit for the crane, to be fair. Can we anchor it? We can. We'll do the far one, I think. Does it matter? I don't think it matters which one. Or does it matter which one? Don't actually know if I can reach. I'm max reach, aren't I? Of course I am. I'm a... we're just short of being able to get it there. I'll twist it round. No. I'm also guessing that one is the one for there. Is there a difference in the two? Why is that one saying... I can't tell which one's which. I think that's the one on board is going... Okay, I think we've got the wrong one in the air for a start. Okay, we can pick that back up in a minute. What I'm thinking is getting the weight off us and we can get a bit closer. Because we know we need to be closer to actually install this. I don't know, when you press on them it does say different places to go to. So I think there is a difference. Are you telling me I still can't reach it? Still can't reach it. Okay. We still need to get closer then, essentially. No weight, it's a little bit easier. There we go. Okay, that one is in. One to go now. We need to obviously reload this one on. No, it's a really awkward slope. Be careful now. We are on a slope it's not exactly the best for to be loading this on. Okay, it's on. It is on. Before I do, let's figure out where we're going next and how we're getting there. So next place to take this one to is there. So from here, oh, this is the one that does have a road to get there. So we need to follow this road round, and we're there. And supposedly this is the last bit of pipe work we need to do, from what she said. How true that is, I don't know. I've got the wrong camera on as well. Right. On the road, follow this round, and then we should see a pathway. Oh, well, you wouldn't believe Kelly. What's saying? Then we can leave the pipes alone for a while. No, I bet the next job is pipes, isn't it, as well? Oh yeah, forgot about that. Thanks, Kelly. Okay. I would assume this is going to drain somewhere once this is done, would be my assumption. Alright, where's this one going? That one's going just there. This one should be a bit easier because we can get right up close to it. We're not on a slope or anything. No slope to contend with, which is happy. Put anchors on there just in case. Spin it round. Job done. Should always find more pipe work.
We need to get a convoy with essential materials to the railway. Can you plan a route from the western tunnel to the railway? And while you're at it, there is something else you could do, if you're feeling particularly industrious. A train got derailed by the earthquake and is kinda in the way now. If you can move the carriages and cargo off the track, that should clear the way.
So new missions now. Obviously we've still got previous missions to do, but Kelly has lumped more missions onto our plate. That's old, that still needs doing. Plan a route for the convoy from the tunnel to the railway station. Let's have a look at this. There's the western tunnel, and that would be going to the, really. We only just managed to get there ourselves, to be honest. Yeah, we only managed. Oh, look at the reward. 60 concrete slabs is the reward. But we only just managed to get ourselves there, to be honest. Although there is a sand pit that potentially could be used. I'm thinking that's doable. Obviously the sand pit's there to help fill in the sand here, isn't it? But I wonder if you can cut through the sand pit itself. Depends what vehicles they're using, doesn't it, really? Let's set it up and see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We've not lost anything from trying. And we've still got plenty of missions to do before we come up this way, really. But sandpit's this way. Come on to the sandpit. Through the sandpit. past the pylon, and then they can follow this route up here. That's the shortcut we took. We're not going to make them do that because that mud was horrific. So they can use the bridge. Last time we did a route and we didn't think it was going to make it. Actually, it was perfect and has been working ever since. So there is a chance this goes really well. A chance. Okay, where are we going in the train yard? Some of these corners it's not going to like. So we may find we need to redo some of them. But there we go. We'll dispatch the vehicle, see what happens, and we'll keep an eye on it. New side missions. We've got another road to do. Clear damage from the train accident. So again, we need to go up there to clear the area of objects in due course. So, clear out the debris near the water gate. Where is that? That's there. And there's another road to build, isn't there, as well? This one over here. How long have we got left? We've got 5 minutes. Yeah, we've only got about 5 minutes left. So, generator. Generators are there. Although it wants us to build a new road, so we avoid this bit here. Well, in fact, the new road, I think, is over that, isn't it? So actually, we can't re-deliver the object until the road's done, I would say. Yeah, that road. I know that road goes through the trees, to be fair. So that road he wants us to build next is actually through the trees. Where did he get stuck? Let's reset it and see. Oh, he's using a Wayfarer. No wonder he got stuck. It's a little bit too close to the wood there. That's what the issue is. Okay. So add a new point in. Move it slightly out. But yeah, they're using a Wayfarer, so this is not going to go well. Wayfarers are the worst vehicles in the game by far. It's over. It's not. Oh, and there's more than one of them. Oh wow, okay, that's not helpful. Are they getting stuck on the sand? I thought that was better than that route, to be fair. What is up with them? I think it's lack of run-up, isn't it? They've hit the sand, but because of where they started just now, there's no run-up to it. And it's the Wayfarer, they're the worst vehicle going. Yeah, I was trying to get them to avoid that, but maybe we need to sand all that down. Are they going to go or not? No, okay. Let's bring this round this way. We'll bring this round as well. See if we can keep on a little bit firmer ground, maybe. There's a vehicle you don't see the point of if you don't want to use fuel. That is that the big one that I've seen, that I've said about before. Let's see how this goes now. Slightly off the sand, so I thought it might do better. Ah, there's a tree stump there, isn't there? I didn't see the tree stump when I set the route up. Probably we wouldn't see it, to be fair. I was being clever by going a bit further around. Right, try again. That's better. Right, can you go, or are you gonna get stuck on the sand? It's not doing brilliantly, are they? Maybe. I know it's being pushed from the one behind. It's the one behind. If the one behind gets stuck, then we've got an issue. Any vehicle by the Wayfarer would find that really easy, I think. It's just because it's the Wayfarer. They are still moving, slowly, but they're moving. The sand area is a bit wetter and deeper than I expected, to be fair. Yeah, look. As I say, any other vehicle wouldn't have a problem. But they're actually still going. It's the one behind, though. Where did I send them to? Okay, obviously we didn't see tree stumps when we put this route down on the map. Okay. That route's definitely failing. We are just about out of time ourselves, to be fair. I think we leave that route for the minute. We'll come back to that. We obviously need to do some work there. Either tree stump it, or we sand, and maybe do a proper road here. At least that'll make this route a lot easier. Although, to get there, it's quite a long way. And we haven't got anything base type like, have we, to be near, to be fair. But I think we've got a decent amount done today. I think we did a couple of roads. We've got the pipe work back up and running to some degree at least. And what else have we achieved? It's mainly the roads, wasn't it, really, to be fair? Yeah, I think we got a few things done. As I say, we've made a bit of progress. And that's kind of it. I'm out of it. I'm kind of at that point. Unfortunately, we're out of time, as I say. We'll have to come back to fix that route next time. Let's have a look at our percentage at the very least. I think we started on like 7%, with 3 out of 28 jobs done, main missions. Let's have a look. We are now 18% on Deluge, 7 of 28 main missions done. Still 0 of 10 side objectives. Okay, and 1 of the 12 infrastructure. Still lots to do essentially then on Deluge. And there's a big part of the map we still haven't opened up, although I think it's mainly water, to be fair. But that is where we stand so far. A massive thank you guys for joining us. We are back tomorrow morning with Death Stranding 2 on the beach. That continues in tomorrow morning stream as we see out the week with Sam and his journey with Lou. But that is RoadCraft for this week. Our 2 streams are done. We will be back next week with more RoadCraft for sure. And yeah, we'll continue on Deluge then. Thank you very much for joining us, Crazy Ocean. Much appreciated. So, more sand, more roads, more bridges, more trees, more stumps. We've done quite a bit. Yeah, I think that's it from me. Massive thank you guys. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. As I say, we're back tomorrow morning with Death Stranding 2 on the beach. RoadCraft is back next week. But we'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning. If not, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you in a live stream very soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.